Ever thought about how much pollution affects your life on a daily basis? It's like an invisible enemy, constantly hovering around, impacting us in ways we often overlook. In our bustling lives, we seldom pause to consider how deeply intertwined we are with the environment and how our actions are affecting it. Yet, the repercussions are real and significant. This invisible enemy wears different masks: air, water, soil, noise, and light pollution. Each type has its unique way of sneaking into our lives, disrupting our health and diminishing our quality of life. From the air we breathe to the soil that nourishes our food, from the tranquility of our nights to the purity of our waters, pollution is impacting every facet of our existence. But it's not all doom and gloom. Because remember, every problem presents an opportunity for a solution. Knowledge is the first step to change. So let's dive deeper. Air, a necessity of life. But what happens when it's polluted? Air pollution, a term we hear all too often. But do we truly grasp its implications? It's an invisible villain, a silent killer, and it's right under our noses, or rather, in our lungs. Air pollution is caused by a myriad of factors, from industrial emissions and vehicle exhaust to household fuels and waste burning. These pollutants, invisible to the naked eye, infiltrate the very air we breathe, turning it from a life-sustaining necessity into a poisonous cocktail. The effects on human health are far-reaching and alarming. The World Health Organization estimates that around 7 million people die each year from exposure to fine particles in polluted air. Now, let's delve deeper into the health implications. Picture this: with every breath you take, these microscopic pollutants enter your respiratory system. They cause a range of issues, from minor irritations like coughing and throat discomfort to more severe conditions like asthma and bronchitis. But it doesn't stop there. The pollution can also seep into your bloodstream, leading to cardiovascular diseases such as heart attacks and strokes. In essence, the very air we breathe can slowly chip away at our health, unbeknownst to us. These shocking statistics are not meant to scare you, but to create awareness. Awareness of the urgent need for cleaner air, for changes in our habits, industries, and regulations that will lead us towards a future where every breath is a breath of fresh air. And remember, the issue of air pollution is not confined to any one country or region. It's a global issue. The air we breathe doesn't respect national boundaries. Pollutants released in one part of the world can affect the air quality thousands of miles away. So, let's take a moment to think about the air we breathe. It's not just an invisible gas that fills our lungs, it's an intricate, life-sustaining system that connects us all. Clean air is not a luxury, it's a right. We all deserve to breathe clean air, and together, we can make this a reality. Water is life, but what if it's contaminated? This question forms the core of our next exploration: water pollution. It's a phrase we've all heard, but the true depth of its implications is something we need to understand. Water pollution is the contamination of our water bodies, primarily due to human activities. It's not just about littered beaches or oil spills. It's also about unseen pollutants that sneak into our water supply, affecting not just the environment, but our health too. There are numerous sources of water pollution: industrial waste, sewage discharge, agricultural runoff, and even everyday household waste can all contribute to the problem. Picture this: factories releasing harmful chemicals into rivers, or excess fertilizers from farmlands seeping into groundwater. These pollutants don't just disappear. They enter our water cycle and ultimately our bodies. And the consequences? They're as vast as the ocean. Waterborne diseases such as cholera, dysentery, and typhoid can be direct results of polluted water. Then there's the risk of poisoning from heavy metals like lead and mercury. These toxins can lead to severe health issues, including kidney damage, neurological disorders, and even cancer. Let's take a moment to grasp some alarming facts. Every year, millions of people worldwide fall ill due to contaminated water. In fact, water pollution claims more lives annually than any war or violence. These are sobering truths that we need to confront. But it's not all gloom and doom. Steps can be taken to tackle water pollution: reducing industrial waste, treating sewage before discharge, And minimizing the use of harmful fertilizers are just a few examples. It's about making conscious choices, both individually and collectively. Every drop counts, so should its purity. As we journey through this exploration of pollution, let's not forget the immense value of clean, safe water. It's a life giver, a sustainer, and it's high time we treat it with the respect it deserves. Soil, the bedrock of our food chain. But what if it's polluted? Let's dive into the world beneath our feet, a world that quietly suffers from the relentless onslaught of pollution. Soil, as we know it, is an intricate ecosystem teeming with life, a life that crucially supports our own. It's a world that's often overlooked, yet it's the very canvas upon which the symphony of life unfolds. Soil pollution is a silent catastrophe in the making, a ticking time bomb. It's often an invisible enemy, with hazardous chemicals seeping into the ground from industrial waste, pesticides, and even everyday household waste. These pollutants don't just harm the soil, they infiltrate our food chain, contaminating the crops we grow and the livestock we rear, ultimately affecting our health. Moreover, the nutrient-rich topsoil, the lifeblood of plant life, is being stripped away, leading to nutrient depletion. It's a double whammy. Not only are we poisoning our soil, but we're also robbing it of its life-sustaining nutrients. Now let's take a moment to comprehend some startling facts about soil pollution. Each year, an area larger than the size of Greece is rendered infertile due to soil degradation. Yes, you heard it right. It's as if we're systematically turning our arable lands into barren deserts. Furthermore, it's estimated that 1 in 5 deaths worldwide is linked to unhealthy environments. And soil pollution plays a significant role in that statistic. It's a threat that's not just knocking on our doors, it's already in our homes, silently impacting our lives. But it's not all doom and gloom. We can change this. By adopting sustainable farming practices, reducing waste, and promoting soil conservation, we can turn the tide. Remember, every handful of soil holds the potential for life. It's time we recognize this potential and treat our soil with the respect it deserves. Healthy soil equals healthy life. Let's strive to make this a reality, not just for us, but for future generations as well. Noise and light, they're everywhere, but did you know they can pollute too? It may seem strange to think of these everyday phenomena as pollutants, but when they're excessive or inappropriate, they can indeed become a form of pollution. Let's dive into this lesser-known realm of environmental concern. Noise pollution, for instance, doesn't just refer to the blaring horns in traffic or the loud music from your neighbor's party. It encompasses any unwanted or harmful sounds that disrupt the environment. And it's more than just a nuisance. It's a serious issue that can lead to stress, hearing loss, sleep disorders, and even heart disease. The World Health Organization, in fact, has identified noise as a significant environmental threat to public health, comparable to secondhand smoke. Similarly, light pollution, often overlooked, is a real and growing problem. This type of pollution occurs when artificial light intrudes on our natural darkness, disrupting ecosystems and our health. Streetlights that shine into your bedroom window, brightly lit billboards, and over-illuminated sports fields are just a few examples of this. The excessive artificial light can lead to sleep disorders, eye strain, and a decreased quality of life. Here's a surprising fact. Did you know that more than 80% of the world's population and more than 99% of the population of the United States and Europe live under light-polluted skies? This is according to a groundbreaking New World Atlas of Artificial Night Sky Brightness. It's a startling realization that brings to light the sheer magnitude of this issue. So how can we tackle these issues? Simple changes can make a big difference. For instance, we can reduce noise pollution by choosing quieter appliances and vehicles, using earplugs, and supporting noise control ordinances in our communities. To combat light pollution, we can use outdoor lights only when necessary, choose dark sky-friendly lighting, and advocate for light pollution controls in our cities. Silence is golden, and so is darkness at night. Let's remember this as we work towards a cleaner, quieter, and darker world, free from the often overlooked pollutants of noise and light. We've created the problem, but can we solve it too? The answer, thankfully, is a resounding yes. With concerted efforts, we can tackle pollution head-on. The key lies in our everyday choices, opting for public transportation, recycling, reducing consumption, planting more trees. These are all small steps that can make a big difference. But beyond individual efforts, we need policy changes at the global level. Encouraging renewable energy, enforcing stricter pollution controls, and holding corporations accountable are all part of the solution. Governments, businesses, and communities need to work together to create a cleaner, healthier world. And remember, change starts with us. Each one of us has the power to make a difference, so let's pledge to do our part. Let's pledge to reduce, reuse, and recycle. Let's pledge to make more environmentally friendly choices, because the future of our planet is in our hands. Change starts with you, because a cleaner world is a healthier world.